Welcome back everyone. In this video we will do exercise 2b of chapter number 2 banking. So in the previous video we have already completed our exercise 1. So this exercise is very much similar to the previous one. So before starting we will just revise the formulas which we have used in the previous exercise. So let's do it. So in the previous exercise we have done two formulas. One is for simple interest and one is for maturity value. For simple interest it is P into N plus 1 into R upon 2 into 12 into 100. So this formula is for simple interest, where P is the installment per month, N is number of months or the time frame which they have given us, R is your rate of interest. So, and N should always be in months. So if they have given us in years, we have to convert it into months. Now maturity value. Maturity value is again P into N plus simple interest. Which means if we have to calculate the maturity value, we need to calculate simple interest. So these are the two formulas which we have to use in this entire chapter. Let it be exercise 1 or 2. In both the exercise, these formulas have to be used. So let's start now with the first question. So the first question is Pramod deposits rupees 600 per month in a RD account for 4 years. If the rate of interest is 8% per year, we have to calculate the maturity value. So first of all, we will write down the data which they have given us. P, which is monthly installment, they have given us a deposit 600 per month, which means P is 600. So wherever it's written, this thing is per month. Let's take it as a monthly installment. Now time, which is equals to N, and they have given us 4 years. We have already discussed we have to use time always in months, not in years, and I have explained you, whenever the time is given in years, you have to multiply the number into 12. Why with 12? Because 1 year has 12 months, so 4 years will be 4 into 12. So if you can't remember this thing, just remember, if they have given us time in years, just multiply that time with 12. So now 4 into 12 is 48. So I got 48 months. So that's what I required, because I need time in months, not in years. Now R is, it's clearly written, R is 8%. So I will write it down. We have to calculate the maturity value. You all know maturity value is equal to P into N plus simple interest. And simple interest, which means in order to calculate MB, I need simple interest. So let's calculate simple interest first. The formula of simple interest is P into N plus 1 into R by 2 into 12 into 100. So I want you all to try this sum by putting the values of P, N and R, and just pause the video. Just try to do it yourself, and then after doing, just check your answer if you have got the correct answer or not. Because this chapter, it requires a lot of practice, because calculations are little bit complex. So keep on doing along with me. Now I will put the value of P as 600 and 48, and plus 1 directly I will write, because this is 48 plus 1, it will be 49. R is 8, I have written over here. 2 into 12 into 100. Now I will just simplify this big term. I will do cancellations. For multiplication, see these two terms, upward term is entire in multiplication form and downward term is also in multiplication form. So everything up and down, they can be cancelled with one another if cancellation is possible. This 2 zeros will get cancelled with this 2 zeros. 2 into 1 is 2, 2 into 4 is 8. So only 2 cancellation I will do in one step, so that there won't be any confusion. Now I am left with 6 into 48 into 49 into 4. So here I am left with only with 12. Now I can do 12 into 1 is 12 and 12 into 4 is 48. So I am left with 6 into 4 into 49 into 4. Now I will multiply all these terms. 6 into 4 is 24. So I will multiply 24 into 49. So first I will do this calculation, then I will multiply it with 4. So 49 into 24 we have to do. So this is simple multiplication. Everyone of you can do it easily. So I got 1076 on multiplying 24 into 49. Now I will multiply this with 4. 6 into 4 is 24. So I got 4304. On multiplication of all these terms, I got 4304. So you can see on multiplying 24 into 49, I got this. You can see the multiplication also. This is simple multiplication. I got 1176 on multiplying 24 into 49. Then I multiplied 1176 with 4 and I got my simple interest as rupees 4704 rupees. So now I will use this value of simple interest in order to calculate maturity value, because the main question they have asked us to calculate the value of maturity. So I will write down all the values, because the formula of maturity value is P into N plus simple interest. So P is, I can see it from here, it is 600, and we have converted this 4 years into months, so it is 48 months plus simple interest. Just now we have calculated, this is 4704. Now we can do the multiplications. See, 2 zeros are there. Simple multiplication of 48 with 6 I will do. So I am just doing the calculations part. If you want, you can do the calculations part yourself also, or just try to do the calculations along with me. So let's check if I have got the correct answer or not. So I have got, after doing all the multiplication, see, on multiplying 48 with 6 I got 288, and these 2 zeros were already there, so I wrote 2 zeros. So no need to make your multiplication big. If zeros are there, just multiply only the numbers, and once you get the answer, with the answer write the number of zeros which were there in the question. So this multiplication should be added to 4704. So on adding these two, I have just added these two. You can see on adding these two I got 33,504. So this is the value of maturity, and this was a question. Now let's do the next question. Let's do the next question now. Question number 2, which is Ritu has a recurring deposit account in bank and she deposits rupees 80 per month. I have told you with the number where per month is written, that is your P. So which means P is 80 rupees for 18 months, which means N is now given in months, which is 18 months. And find the rate of interest if the maturity value is rupees 1554. See, what is the question now? We have been given maturity value and we have to calculate the rate of interest. This we need to calculate. So this type of question we have already done in a first exercise. Now let's try, we have to do in the same way like we have done earlier. First of all, we will find simple interest and then we will find the maturity value where we will get one linear equation, and from there we can calculate the value of R. So let's do it. If you want, again try by yourself, and once you finish you can check your answer if you are getting it correct or not. So we will start the same way. They have told us to find R, so that's why I will assume R as X. Whichever thing they have asked to find, whether R, P or N, just assume that thing as your X, X, Y, Z, any variable you can assume, and then you can start by solving for simple interest. Most of the questions you have to start from simple interest only and then maturity value. So because we are using only two formulas in this chapter. So simple interest, same formula, P into N plus 1 into R over 2 into 12 into 100. So why we are calculating simple interest? Because it is required in the formula of maturity value. Now I will just substitute the values of P, N and R. P is 80, N is 18, 1, 8, 18, N plus 1 is 18 plus 1. So it will be 19, 18 plus 1 is 19, and R I have assumed as X. If you want, you can leave it R as R also, it's your wish. So I have assumed R as X, that's why I am writing X over here. So let's reduce this calculations. This I will write as it is. Now I can see 1 0 will get cancelled with 1 0. 2 into 1 is 2. 2 into 4 is 8. Now 4 into 1 is 4. 4 into 3 is 12. Now I will do further cancellation in the next step. So in the next step I am left with, because this it's completely cancelled, so I am left with 18 into 19 into X and denominator only 3. Now 3 into 1 is 3. 3 into 6 is 18. So now I am left with 6 into 19 into X. So this is my simple interest. I will multiply 6 with 19. This is simple multiplication. Every one of you can do it. So on multiplying 19 with 6, I am getting 114. 114. So here I can see one after I have missed 10 also. 3 into 10 was there. So which means 110 is here. Because with 3 I have already finished my cancellation, still I am left with 10 in my denominator. So now 6 into 19 is 114 into X and 10. So in the last exercise also I have told you, whenever in denominator you have any number in terms of 10, 100 or 1000, just see, count the number of zeros. Now I have only 1 0. So in my numerator what I will do, I have to count the number of points from right side. From right side I will count 1, and after 1 point I will put decimal. So 1, because only 1 0 is there. So I have put decimal after 4 and I removed this 10. So now I got the value of simple interest as 11.4x. Now we will put this value of simple interest in the formula of maturity value, and the formula of maturity value is, write it down yourself. What is the formula? Yes, this is P into N plus simple interest. P is 80, it's given, N is 1818. Simple interest, just now we have calculated 11.4x. So here I will start from this arrow itself. You have to write this, and value of maturity is already given. So below MP I will write its value 1554. 1554 is equals to 80 into 18. First of all, I have to solve the bracket. I will multiply 80 into 18. So this 18 I will multiply with 8, because I have told you whenever 0 is there, you can directly put 1 0 in the answer, or how many numbers of zeros are there, the same number of zeros you can put in the answer. Now 18 into 8. So this is so on multiplying 80 with 18, I got 1440 plus this is the value of simple interest. Now I have just shifted 1440 to this side, because only like terms can be added or they can be subtracted from one another. It has x with this, with this term has x, which means these both are not like terms, due to which they can't be added together. And I can see both these are like terms, due to which I am shifting this number to this side. On shifting this number to this side, I got, this is of plus, so on changing the sign, on changing the side, this will get changed into minus. So here I got 1554 minus 1440. On subtracting these two, I got 114 equals to 11.4x. Now I have to calculate the value of x. X is my rate of interest. I have assumed it at the starting. Now I will just shift this 11.4 to this side. This will get divided by 114, because this side is getting multiplied with x, and now on shifting of side it will be divided by this number, because multiplication will be changed into division on changing the side. So now let's do the calculation. It's very simple, because I can see both the numbers are same. The numerator is 114, denominator is 11.4. So I can see in both the numbers 114 is there. So first of all, I will remove this decimal. I told you whenever you are removing the decimal, if the number is in denominator, you have to write the number in numerator, or if the number is in numerator, the number should be written in denominator. So after removing decimal, after decimal only one digit was there. So I will put 1 along with 1 0. If two digits are there after decimal, then you will put 2 zeros after 1. So only one digit was there after decimal, so I removed this decimal and put 10 in the numerator. So opposite, if you are removing decimal in numerator, the number will come like 10, 100, 1000, it will come in the denominator. And if you are removing decimal in the denominator, then opposite will happen. So now I can see both these two numbers are same, so it will get cancelled. So I got the value of x is equals to 10, which means my rate of interest is equals to 10%. So this sum was very easy. Same type of question we have already done in our exercise 1. Now let's do the next question. See, this exercise, it has total of 12 sums. We will do 6 sums in part 1 of this video and remaining 6 sums in part 2 of this video, so that the videos will not be too long. Now let's do the third question. So third question is, maturity value of an RD account is 16,000 rupees. You have to write everywhere rupees 16,176. So this is your maturity value. So we can see MV is given, MV is maturity value, P is given, you can see monthly installment is rupees 400 and rate of interest is 8%. Find N, or find the time period of this recurring deposit account. So this type of question, when we have to find the time period, we have already done in exercise 2A. So here in this type of question, one quadratic equation will be formed. Then you have to find the value of x, find the value of time period by solving that equation. So let's start. We have to start by this. We have to start in the same method like we are doing. First of all, we will find simple interest and then MP, and the same way we will proceed. The formula of simple interest is P into n plus 1 into R and 2 into 12 into 100. So why, when we have to calculate n, we get quadratic equation? Why we get quadratic equation in case of n and only linear equations in case of P and R? See, we have already solved questions to find P or to find rate of interest. In that case, in the last question also we have got only linear equation when the degree or power of x was only 1. The reason is that here we are multiplying n with n. Since we are multiplying n with n, we will get n square. Since we get n square, which means my equation will be quadratic instead of linear, and for quadratic solution I have to find two values of x. So only difference is that n is getting multiplied with n, due to which I am getting a quadratic equation instead of linear equation. So let's calculate, let's simplify it. P is 400 and you have to calculate, and we have already assumed it as x. So I will write it down, x into x plus 1. R is given 8. 2 into 12 plus 2 into 12 into 100. I'll simplify the terms. 2 zeros will get cancelled with these 2 zeros. 2 into 2 is 1. 2 into 1 is 2. 2 into 2 is 4. Further simplifications we can do. 2 into 1 is 2. 2 into 6 is 12. Further we will do in the next step so that you won't get confused. Now here if I see, I am left with, so this sign everywhere I have to put while solving the questions of banking. Now I can see I am left with x into x plus 1 into 8 upon, see here, 6. So now I can do further cancellations. I can see both are multiples of 2. 2 into 3 is 6. 2 into 4 is 8. So now I can rearrange it as 4 into x plus 1 upon 3. So this is the value of simple interest. I can write it down as simple interest is equals to 4x into x plus 1 upon 3. Now we will put this value of simple interest in the maturity value, because maturity value they have already given us. So we will just use the formula. Maturity value is, I will write it this way, P into n plus simple interest is equals to maturity value. So I will just write maturity value this side. Now if you write this side also, both things are same. It doesn't make any difference. Only the rearrangement of terms I have done. So P is 400 and you have to calculate. So I will write 400 and simple interest is n. I have already assumed as x. So I will write n as x. If you want, you can take n as n also. It's your wish. We can take any variable. 4 into x plus 1. I am just taking the value of simple interest which I have calculated just now, by 3 is equals to maturity value, which is equals to 16,176. Let's try to simplify this. If I see, here it is 1. I will write it as 400x upon 1 plus this I will multiply it 4x square. This will multiply with x also and with 1 also. It will be 4x square plus 4x upon 3 is equals to 16,176. Since it has 1 as the denominator, nothing is there, that's why I have written 1. It has 3 as the denominator. I will take their LCM. and whenever the denominator of both the terms, they are like they don't have any common multiple, what you will do, you can simply multiply these two. 3 into 1, you can simply multiply these two numbers, and then you can do cross multiplication. Only in such case when both the denominators, they don't have any common multiples. This is an easy way to take LCM. LCM will be the multiplication of these two numbers. Then the upper terms we have to do cross multiplication, like 3 I will multiply with 400 x, plus here 1 is there, so I will write 4x square plus 4x. This term I have to multiply with 1 as per my cross multiplication rule. So it will be 16,176. I will explain this thing again. When the denominator of both the numbers, they don't have any common multiple. I can see 3 and 1, they don't have any common multiple other than 1. In that case, in order to find the LCM, I can directly multiply these two numbers. 3 into 1 is 3, and that multiplication is my LCM. I have written this. And now for upper terms, I can simply cross multiply this with this, 3 with 400x and 1 with this complete term. So this is how I can do the LCM sums if denominators, they don't have any common multiple other than 1. So now let's come back to our sum. So I got, this is 3 into 4 is 12. It will be 1200x plus 4x square plus 4. Because on multiplying with 1, it will remain same. So it will be 16,176. What I will do now, here nothing is there, means 1. If you want, you can write. If you don't, just leave it. Now this 3 I will shift to other side. This 3 is getting divided by this term, this side. On changing the side, this 3 will get multiplied by this number. So I am just shifting 3 from this side to that side in order to make my terms more simpler. So I will erase it now. If you want, you can note it down. If you want, you can try this sum along with me. While I am doing, you can also try side by side and just keep on taking your answers. Now this and these are like terms, 1200x and 4x, both are like terms, which means these both terms can be added, because only like terms can be added or subtracted. So if I add 4 in 1200, I will get 1204x plus 4x square is equal to this. I will do now multiplication. 16,176, I will multiply it with 3. So this is simple multiplication. So on dividing this equation with 4, I got, why I am dividing this equation with 4? Because I need coefficient of x square 1. So whatever the coefficient of x square is here, I divided the entire term with that number. So after dividing all the terms with 4, I got my equation as x square plus 301x minus 12132 equals to 0. This is my quadratic equation now. And we all know this equation we can solve by splitting this middle term. So I can see this is such a big term. See, the numbers are very big. So the most easiest way to make this its factors, because you know you have to split this term into two numbers whose multiplication should be equal to your last term. Last term is minus 12132, and whose addition or subtraction should be equal to your middle term. Middle term is plus 302. If you multiply those two numbers, that will be equal to this, and if you add or subtract those two numbers, it will be equals to 301. So to find the two factors or to find the two numbers, just make factors of the last term. So I made the factors of the last term, and I can see I got this factor. It is going on 2's table. See, again 2, then 3, then again 3 till 337. Now I know 337 will not go to any table, so I made this factor. Directly I have taken this number. Now I know this is how I have taken factors. Now I know I need only two numbers. There are so many numbers are there. So first of all I'll take this number as it is, and I'll try to do the multiplication of all these numbers. On multiplying all these numbers, see, 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into 3 is 12, 12 into 3 is 36. So let me try like this. This way you can make the factors. You can either multiply these two, multiply these three. You have to form pairs, and then you can try its multiplication. Multiplication will come for sure, but you have to try with addition or subtraction also. The first pair I made, why I have chosen this, because this number, see, it's already a big number, so I kept aside this number and I multiplied all these terms, so I got 36. Now I take 36 and 337. If I multiply these two, I will get 12132. But I need minus 12132, so I just put minus sign with 36. Why with 36? Because this middle term I need in plus form. So with bigger number I have written plus sign, and with smaller number I have written minus sign, because on subtracting 36 from 337 I will get 301. So let's choose these two numbers. So let's write it down. X square plus 30, x square minus 36, we will write x plus 337x minus 12132. So same way equals to 0. Now we have to take the common terms out. So from here I can see first term only x is common, x I will write out. I am left with x minus 36. Here plus is there, so sign will not get changed. So I told you, whenever you write, the inside terms will be same for both the numbers. So I will write here x minus 36, and outside I can see, since x is only there, so which means 33 is common term in both the numbers. So you have to just think little bit so that your calculations will be easy. See, this bracket will be same for both the terms. Here only x is there, which means 33 is common. So I have taken 33 outside, equals to 0. Now both the factors x minus 36 and the remaining term x plus 33 will be equals to 0. X minus 36 separately I will write now. If x minus 36 is 0, x will be equals to 36. So this is the value of x. Let's calculate for other factor also. If x plus 33 is 0, then x will be equals to this, because on shifting the side your sign will get changed. So x will be minus 33. We have got two values of x, one 36 and the other one minus 33. So because we are finding time period, so time period cannot be negative, due to which time period will be 36 months. Just practice such big calculations to find the factors, to find the numbers or two factors. Just make the factors of the last term and then you can easily do it. Now let's quickly do the next question. The fourth question is, Mr. Bajaj needs rupees 30,000 after 2 years. What least money in multiples of 5 must he deposit every month as his recurring deposit account to get the required money after 2 years at the rate of interest 8% per annum? See, only the language is changed. Don't get confused or don't get scared by looking the language of the question. First part is you just collect the data which they have given you. So the money which he needs after 2 years, since he needs the money, which means he will get after 2 years, which means my MV is given. Maturity value is already given, only the language is changed. They are telling he needs this amount after 2 years, which means this is the value of maturity value. This is maturity because this he will get after some fixed interval of time, which is 2 years. So MV is given. And moreover, don't take it as principal, because see, it's not written rupees 30,000 per month. the amount with which per month is written, always that amount is your monthly installment. This big amount, whenever some big amount is there, that will be your MV. Just remember by this point. Time period N, they are given as 2 years. 2 year means I cannot take time in years because I need it in months. So 2 I will multiply with 12. So it will be, because whichever number of years they will give you, I have to multiply it with 12 because 1 year it has 12 months. So it is 24 months. So now you have to tell, they have asked what least money in multiples of 5. Multiples of 5 that we will consider at the end. First of all, they are asking us what will be the least amount, or what is the monthly installment that person will pay every month, so that he will get this amount. As recurring deposit account, he will pay at the interest rate of 8%. So the language of the question, they have just made it complicated. You just have to focus on the information which they have given you. Now I have collected the data. Don't get confused. I have written something in very big language. Just write down your points, what you need. You need MV, N, R, P and simple interest. Everything which are the requirements. So MV, it's given 30,000. How can I recognize this is my MV? Because per month is not written. Moreover, this is some big amount which the person will get after 2 years. Now, and 2 years, I cannot take time in years, so I have converted 2 into 12 and I have converted it into months. I have told you whichever number of years they will give you, just multiply that number with 12 because 1 year it has 12 months. So rate of interest, they have mentioned 8%. We have to calculate. See, they have mentioned what he will pay every month. Every month means monthly installment we have to find. So I will assume P as X. Now the same way we were doing, first we will find simple interest, which is P into N plus 1. So I will just write. So if you want to get full marks, see, this is like in this chapter you can easily get full marks because this is one of the easiest chapter. Just write properly. Everything should be properly written in order to get full marks in this question. P into N plus 1 into R upon 2 into 12 into 100. See, again this sign I will write. P I will write X because I don't know the value of P. This is my question. I have to find the value of P. And they have mentioned, and they have given 2 years and we calculated it as 24 months. So I will write 24. Then N plus 1 will be 25. R is 8. Everything is given 2 into 12 into 100. First of all, we'll try to simplify this big term. 2 into 12 is 24. 12 and 12 will get cancelled. And 25 into 4 is 100. 4 into 1 is 4 and 4 into 2 is 8. So now I am left with again this sign, simple interest. So I am left with only 2, you can see here, 2x. See, all the terms they are cancelled already. Here only 2 and in denominator I don't have any term. So SI I have calculated as 2x. Now let's calculate MV. So what is the formula of MV? Try to write it down before me. MV is P into N plus simple interest. This is MV. P is we don't know, we have to calculate. I have assumed it as X. N is 24. Simple interest is 2x. And MV is 30,000. 24x plus 2x will be 26x is equals to 30,000. So I will get this 26 now I will shift it to other side in order to calculate the value of x. 26 is getting multiplied with x, so on shifting the side it will get divided by this 30,000, because multiplication will change to division on shifting of sides. So on dividing 30,000 by 26, I got something in points. You can, if you want, you can do directly division. If you want, you can do cancellation also, like 13. Both are the multiples of 2. Then 1, 5, 0, 0, 0. Like this. Then 13 you can divide. After you have done your division part, you will get this as your answer. X is equals to 1153 or 1153.84. This is your x. But they have added something extra. They want the monthly deposit in terms of, in multiples of 5. But this is not a multiple of 5. So what I will do, I will just write its approximate value. This is 1153. So what I will do, I will write as 1155. I will just remove the decimal and I will make it a multiple of 5. So since after decimal a number is bigger than 5, see, that's why I will convert this number into 1155. Since I need multiple of 5, I cannot convert it to 1150 because this number is already bigger. It's near to 55, that's why I have written 55, not 50. So the multiple of 5, it is 1155, and which is your monthly installment, which means P. And at the end of the question you have to write the every month deposit or the installment per month will be 1155. So write properly in order to get full marks. Now let's do the next question. So the fifth question is, Rishabh has recurring deposit account in a post office for 3 years at the rate of 8% per annum. If we get rupees 9,990 as interest at the time of maturity, find monthly installment and the amount of maturity. So this is our question. First of all, you need to focus which all things are given to you and what are the things you have to calculate. So we will write the things which are given. I can see Rishabh has recurring, if I read, this 3 years is the first thing which is given to me. So I can see N. This is time, N is given me 3 years. But I know I cannot take time in years. So I will convert it into months. 3 into 12 I will do, because I have already told you whenever the time is given in years, just multiply that number with 12. So here on multiplying 3 with 12 I will get 36 months. So now N is 36 months at 8%, at the rate 8%. So R is given 8%. Now if we get this amount as interest means you will get this much of interest, means simple interest is given to you in this question. Simple interest is this much. Now you have to calculate monthly installment. Monthly installment is P and the amount of maturity. Maturity value is MB. So these are the two things which you have to calculate. So first of all you have to recognize which things are given to you and what you have to calculate. Now we have already organized the given data and the data which we have to calculate. So let's start now. We will start the same way as we were doing earlier. We will start from simple interest. See, most of the questions you have to start from simple interest. So now I will write the formula of simple interest, which I am sure you have by-hearted by now, because this is the second exercise which we are doing. P into n plus 1 into R upon 2 into 12 into 100, which is equals to simple interest. Now I will just substitute all the given values accordingly. P I have to calculate, so I will write P as it is, or if you want you can write P as X, Y, Z, everything. anything you can write, into n. N is 3 years, but I have converted it into months. So in months it is 36. N plus 1 will be 36 plus 1 will be 37, and R is 8. Now 2 into 12 into 100 is equals to simple interest. I will write down the value which is given to me. Now I will just see if any cancellations can be possible or not. 12 into 3 is 36. 2 into 4 is 8. Now I can see 4 into 25 is 100. So I have done all the possible cancellations. Now I will just change the sides accordingly. I am left with P into 3 into 37 and 25 by 25 is equals to simple interest, which is 9990. Now I will just change the sides. On one side I will keep my P, and all the other things I will shift to other side, because I need to calculate P. For that reason I have to shift other things to other side, other numbers to other side. First I will shift this 25 to other side. This 25 is getting divided this side, so on shifting the side this will get multiplied. So I will write it down over here. So I will write P into 33 into 37. So 25 on shifting to other side, it will get multiplied with 9990, because this side it is getting divided. On shifting to other side this will get multiplied. Now I will shift these two numbers to the other side, because I have to find P, and for that reason P should be on this side and all the remaining numbers should be on the other side. Now I can see these two numbers are getting multiplied with P. So if these two numbers are getting multiplied on this side, on changing the side or on shifting these two numbers to other side, the multiplication will be changed into division. Now they will get divided. So now we will do this calculation and we will see what we will get the value of P. So on doing further cancellation, I can see 3 can be cancelled by 9990. So I have done cancellation, then I have got P is equals to 25 multiplied by 3330, which has to be divided by 37. Now I can see further cancellation is not possible, so I have to multiply these two numbers and the result of these two I have to divide by 37. And once I am doing all these steps, I will get the value of P as 2250. So my monthly installment is 2250 rupees. Now let's calculate the value of maturity. So maturity value, we know the formula, it is P into N. P is monthly installment into N number of months plus simple interest. So I will just substitute the values. P as just now we have calculated 2250 multiplied by N, which is 36 months, plus simple interest. Simple interest is already given to me 9990. We will just do the multiplication and then we can add this and we will get the maturity value of this sum. So I am sure this is simple calculations, you can do yourself, and still any doubts you can surely write down to me. Now let's move towards the next question. Sixth question is, Gopal has a cumulative deposit account and deposits rupees 900 per month for a period of 4 years, and he gets rupees 52,020 at the time of maturity. Find the rate of interest. So this question again, find the rate of interest. I know I have to calculate R. First focus which all things are given. Cumulative deposit, don't get confused. Cumulative deposit is same as recurring deposit account. So both the terms are same. Now let's focus which all things they have given to us. Per month means you only have to understand, whenever with some term per month they have written, that amount is your monthly installment. Monthly installment is rupees 900. for a period of 4 years, which means n is given 4 years. Again same thing, I have already told you we have to take n in months, so we will change it into months by multiplying it with 12, so it will be 48 months. See, in every question they are just giving you time in years, most of the question. Don't get confused, just convert time into months and focus. If you have to focus on the terms which they have given. Don't take it as 4 months. See, each and every term has to be carefully read. So n was given me in years and I converted this year into months. Then he will get this amount at the time of maturity. If he is getting this amount at the time of maturity, this means MV is given to me. Maturity value is given to me. This is 52,050 rupees. So I have to calculate the rate of interest. Same way I have to start by using the formula of simple interest. Because MV is given to me, first I need to calculate simple interest, and the value of simple interest I will substitute that in MV, and there I will get one linear equation in terms of R. So from there I will calculate the value of R. We have already done the similar question in the previous exercise. Let's try to do this now. Simple interest is P into n plus 1 into R upon 2 into 12 into 100, and which is already, no, simple interest is not given to me, so I will write it in this form. P is given to me as 900 and 48. Don't write 4, 48. 48 into 49. R I have to calculate, so I'll write R as it is. 2 into 12 into 100 is equals to simple interest. So I will just try to do the calculations fast, because if I do calculations fast now, my speed will increase, and in your exams also you will be able to do the calculations fast. So I am talking about myself, but you have to talk about yourselves, and you have to take care about your speed. Now 12 into 4 is 48. 2 into 2 is 4. So I am left with this side. I will continue. Simple interest I will write here. Changing of side, it won't make any difference. So I am left with 2 into 49 into R, and here everything is cancelled. So this is the thing, which means my simple interest is 98 R. So it is, see, only zeros I have cancelled. So here 9 is still here. 9 into 49 into 2. All the terms you have to write carefully. Now if I multiply all these terms, I will get 882 R. You have to multiply yourself and check it out. Are you getting the same number? Now I have calculated the value of simple interest in terms of R. Now I will put this value in maturity value. So I will start like this. I will start by writing the formula of maturity value, which is P into N plus simple interest is equals to MV, which is maturity value. P is 900, it is already given to me. N is 48 plus simple interest, just now I have calculated 882 R is equals to MV. This is the given MV. MV 52,020. Now if we multiply these terms, we will get, I will get 43,200 on multiplying 900 into 48 plus 882R I will write as it is, and this value also. Now I will just shift this, because only like terms can be added or subtracted. This term has R with it, so I will shift this term to other side. This term is getting added this side, so on shifting to other side, this term will be subtracted from this number. So on subtracting this from this, I will get 8820. So what I will do, I will just, because I have to calculate the value of R, so this number is getting multiplied with R. I will shift this number to other side. Now it will get divided by this number. So on dividing these two numbers, I can see cancellation is possible on 10. So I will get R is equals to 10%. With this sum, our part first of exercise 2B has been completed, and now we are left with 6 more sums. We will continue those sums in our next video, and hope you are understanding the concept. Looking forward to see you in my next video. Thank you so much.